from Koreatown, Orange County.
OC.
OC. It's Michael Kim and Young Kim, and we're here in Buena Park at a protest in support of President Yoon. So what are we here to do today, Young?
Okay, first of all, I really need to find out what's going on, because I know the basic thing that's going on, right?
Yeah.
There are claims or there are allegations that the general elections were rigged. Okay, so my question is kind of okay, where's the evidence behind this? I know the trials are ongoing right now, and I'd like to catch up on what's happening. I know that there's several people here that we know that's been on our shows in the past. Right. So we're gonna reach out to them and then find out what's going on, because I'm just as confused as anyone else.
So you don't know anything, I don't know that much either. We're here to learn, and we know many of you out there are probably wondering what's going on, why are people supporting this guy? So we're just gonna ask like we don't know anything, because we don't, and we're gonna find out what's going on. So stay tuned from Michael Kim and Young Kim.
I think his wife got him in a lot of trouble.
Right. And just in case, for my safety, I'm going to use a gift that Young Kim got me recently. All right, this should make it safe for us to do some interviews.
I converted him.
He didn't, but yeah.
I did.
All right, let's go. As you can see, they're singing the Star Spangled Banner. Is it?
I have to have Korean. I mean, it's
All right, let's show them.
Yeah.
As you can see behind me, they're doing the singing the Star Spangled Banner. Through the perilous fight, oh the ramparts we will show him real quick. Gallantly streaming.
I mean, this is different from the Mexican ICE protests, right? I mean, you see both flags, which I think would be more effective for Mexican Americans,
right?
That are protesting for that too. So maybe.
Right. Now they're singing the South Korean national anthem.
So that's what I think Mexicans should do then. They should do both, right? I mean, no? Is that wrong?
All right, and the national anthem of the United States, and oh my God,
profile picture.
That looks horrible. I look like a guy from Huntington Beach or something.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this is not real.
Hey, but we have to interview. I want to hear from Sue Yu and OC Mom, and
Yeah, I want to talk
about
to Sue Yu especially.
OC Mom too. OC Mom.
Yeah.
Amen.
As you can see, there's lots of people honking in support as they drive past. Again, this is the Koreatown of OC in Buena Park.
Amen.
Beach Boulevard, Malvern. There's all these Korean supermarkets here. So this is like central Ktown of Orange County. And so if you hear any honking, that's in support of all these protesters here. Korean lady in a Prius just honked like 5 times in a row in support. So not only is she conservative who supports President Yoon, she's also an environmentalist. I don't know if I can just walk through.
Go for it.
You want to walk through together? Just me? I don't see Michael Wan anywhere.
여러분, CCP는요, Chinese Communist Party. 지금 CCP.
They're saying that CCP needs to be out of Korea. So when they say CCP out, out, CCP out, CCP out, 멸공, 멸공, 멸공. I don't know what that means. More honking. Where did Young go? I think he ran away. Look at these people. Wow. They're honking. They're not even Korean. They're just kind of seeing what's going on and trying to, join the party. What's up? What's up? Check him out. What's up? What up? Guy's just looking at me saying, "What's up, cuz?" What up? There's a white man giving a speech. I don't know who he is, but he doesn't look Korean.
We need to turn California around and save California and make it golden again. To turn it back.
Oh, he's running for state senate. All right, so we're about to do an interview with, I think his name's Tony Strickland. He's running for state senate. Hi, so you're Tony Strickland?
I am.
And why are you here today?
I'm here to support South Korea and the freedom of South Korea. Sue Yu is a longtime friend, and she asked me to come out and show my support, which I'm here to support. My dad actually fought in the Korean War on his 17th birthday. He joined the Navy and fought in the Korean War, and so I'm here just to show solidarity with the Korean people in my district.
Okay, great. Thank you. And are you very familiar with the specific incident going on, or are you just showing support, or what's...
I'm not as familiar. I just learned just recently what was happening. So obviously, we're fighting back against the communist China, and we're going to do whatever we can, from my perspective, to help the Korean people and the freedom of the Korean people.
Right. So you believe that, or we here believe that China is screwing things up in Korea, just like they are here in the U.S.
Without question.
Right. Okay, great.
By the way, that's why we have a strong leader in Donald Trump.
Right.
I think Donald Trump will be fantastic on the world stage to show leadership in the White House, leadership around the world to support our allies and our friends in South Korea.
Great. MAGA, am I right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I love your hat.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. And that was Tony Strickland for state senator.
Thank
you. All right. So Young has been missing for a while, and looks like instead of doing the interviews with me, he's talking on the phone and drinking a shake.
I understand. You know what? I'm taking that bike away from him. You know what? Fuck that shit.
Okay, I think it's a family issue, so I'm not gonna... All right. Young's got his own thing, so...
목소리를 모아서 한국에 전해야 됩니다. 죄송합니다.
Really?
As you can see, the protesters are controlling who can park. This minivan just tried to park in that spot, but these anti-CCP people told her to move.
지금 상황이 어떻게 돌아가고 있는 거예요, 지금?
나도 잘 모르지만 미국에 사니까 잘 모르지만 한국 사정은 내가 보는 걸 아무래도 유튜브 쪽 우파 쪽 유튜브를 보고 있으니까 거기 한쪽 얘기라고 할 수가 있겠지요 물론. 그렇지만 내가 아는 거로 내가 배운 거로 생각을 해보면은 한국 사정은 국민들이 깨어나서 아마도 탄핵을 반대하는 쪽이 승리로 가지 않을까 그런 생각을 하고 있습니다. 지금은 내가 알기로 많은 유튜브나 이런 것들이 많이 그 사람들을 통해서 뉴스가 전달이 되니까 메이저 뉴스 미디어보다는 그 유튜브들이 그 정식 거짓말하지 않고 진실만 해준다고 하면은 그것이 많은 효과가 있는 것 있지 않나 그렇게 생각을 해요.
감사합니다, 선생님. 네, 감사합니다.
Yeah, so now we're here with OC Mom, who's been on Culture Shock, and she's with Young Kim. Could you explain to us what's going on here? It seems like President Yoon is being impeached, but people are still supporting him because they feel that there's some fraud in some election and the Chinese Communist Party's involved. Like, for someone who doesn't know anything, what's going on?
So I was the same. I didn't know anything I don't really follow Korean politics, but coming here and listening to the people, I realized that, and I've also researched on my own. I've heard both sides, and my conclusion is President Yoon, he called martial law, and I think the mass media in Korea and also in America, they're only focusing on that, on the reason why he called martial law. And you could have your own opinions about it's illegal, it's legal, but the reason why he called martial law is to expose the corrupt politicians in Korea. Because parliament in Korea, there was so much money laundering and all the other corruption. You guys can look it up. What they did was, before President Yoon called martial law, they had impeached 29 officers, judge courts and politicians who were on the side of President Yoon. So they actually paralyze his power. And 2/3 of parliament in Korea is already Democrat. There is no balance. So it's only one side trying to take over. And then because of martial law, a lot of people are starting to dig in and doing their own research onto why, and nobody can find anything on mass media. That's why they're looking at YouTubers. You know, I got a lot of hate comments on my videos because they're like, "Oh, don't believe YouTubers." But the YouTubers are the ones that are independent and doing their own studying.
I think this election in the United States, the presidential election, I think that totally played a part in that. But
Yeah.
my question is this: like, okay, I don't know what's going on. As a conservative person, both in Korea, I'm conservative, and even in America, I'm conservative. But I don't know what evidence there is that's suggesting that the general election. So there's a lot of people asking that question. So I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah.
What
So
is that?
I
What's the evidence?
was sent many videos, and you can really do your own research on to make your own judgments on if it's true or not. But almost all the areas of Korea, like Seoul and all these cities, they were 100% Democrats. All the politicians that were chosen.
Yeah.
And how is that even possible? It's mathematically impossible for
Okay.
only one party to
I
win.
agree with that.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they might have lost by a percentage, but there was like such a huge gap. But
Didn't the media, South Korean media, whether it's a leftist media or not, didn't they report a lot of stuff that really? Oh, actually, there was a lot of things about the president's wife, the first lady.
yeah, I think that's
I
the
think there was a
problem.
lot of
That was an issue because they have nothing to pick at President Yoon, so they're now going to his wife. I think people, comment on her looks because she did a lot of surgery.
no, but she's
and like,
using like funds, like state
yeah,
funds.
they're called.
for her. I mean, was that true? I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Honestly,
asking.
I don't know if that's the truth, but it's not about his wife. It's about him. So it's really hard for us to decide like what's true and not. And we all really need to do our own research. But like, you can't believe everything that's on media anymore.
I will
Even
agree with that,
YouTubers.
though. I
Yeah.
will agree with that. Not just even on the YouTubers, like especially the
The interviewer is talking.
I just have to ask that question because the mainstream media in America, we are not able to trust them, right?
That's right.
all.
And you know what I realize is when anybody is targeted and persecuted for something, like there's a reason. They're trying to debunk that person. And if you look into the details and evidence, you can see like the media is doing that on purpose to debunk that person because they're trying to get them out.
Well,
they're trying to get rid of
They
them.
did a good job because I don't even like him.
Yeah,
And I don't like her either.
I mean, I don't like Trump, but I think he's respectful as a president. But it's the same
I
thing with
agree with
President
that,
Yoon. He doesn't have anything dirty about him that they can pick at. That's why they picked at his wife.
So what is I see a lot of signs saying CCP out. They're talking about China's ruining everything. What is China's role in this whole situation?
So my information that I've got from all the research that I've done is that CCP has bought out the Together Democrats in Korea. So the politicians are moving because of money, and the person that has that power is China. And so they're infiltrating. I don't know if you know the entertainment industry, those really top celebrities. They're paid by Chinese government or high officials to, I don't know, be a girlfriend or whatever it is.
That I have heard of.
Yeah.
from a
He just keeps popping out of nowhere. So they have a lot of money. They're using the money to influence the minds of Korean influencers. So if that's the case, I feel like America has more money. We can probably use our money to influence even more.
Yeah.
What do you think about Should America do that?
I mean, that's been going on ever since the beginning of time. Propaganda has always existed, and I think China's doing a really good job. They're trying to paralyze America as well, because think about it. All the young people are looking at the Kardashians, or they're looking at Beverly Hills Housewives,
Right.
And then I don't know if you heard, but TikTok, the algorithm that's pushed to Americans is a lot of dumb things where people are, bashing their heads or mukbangs and stuff. Whereas in China, TikTok, they're fed educational things. That's how the algorithm works. And I don't know if that's true, but I've seen just so many things on my feed channels that's this is such a waste of time. But that's why they're educating their citizens, whereas Americans with food, with education, we're at the 70th place in the whole world.
Yeah.
If you test the kids, education is horrible. Well, now that RFK is going to be health director, I hope things are going to be better. There's poison in our food. Everything is just going down the drain. And South Korea, it's been going like that. It's just that Koreans are so, what do you call it? They're so able, they're so smart that they survive it. But now that they're realizing, the government they've infiltrated so much into our minds and into our lives. And if you look at the crowd right now, they're mainly 60 and over. You see 90-year-olds. President Yoon's uncle, Yoon Jung, he's here too. They're supporting. most of them are older because they've already lived it. A lot of them lived through the 6.25 전쟁, the civil war in Korea, and they know, they've seen what communism is like. They'll infiltrate without saying it out loud, you know? My educated guess on what would happen if President Yoon is in fact confirmed impeached, then the Together Democrats, they're going to take over, and possibly in a decade, maybe 2 decades later, the North Korean and the Chinese governments, they're going to infiltrate more and more, and everything in South Korea is going to be very communized,
Right.
which means I have some people saying, oh, North Koreans they're having a good life. No, that's not the case. Do you think that? North Koreans?
I don't know.
You don't know. So North Koreans, that's very centralized, but North Koreans, most of them are starving. I don't know if you
Striving.
starving.
Oh, starving.
A lot of them are starving, and USA, the reason why we succeeded, the reason why South Korea succeeded is because they took America's model of the Constitution and they made capitalist their laws. And then everything is based on merit. Like if I work harder, I get more money, I get more pay, I get more incentives.
Right.
If you don't work, if you're lazy, you're not going to get anything, you know?
Thank you, OC Mom. We hope to see you on Ktown Social Club someday. I'm trying to interview Soo Yoo. It seems like the event is coming to an end, so maybe I can get some more interviews now.
My name is Joshua Park. I'm a student at UCLA right now.
Joshua Park is a UCLA student.
현재라고 하고 현재 UCLA 2학년 학생입니다. 네, 파이팅 3번 외치겠습니다. 윤석열 파이팅! 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 윤석열 파이팅! 파이팅! 파이팅!
All right, it looks like Michael Wan is here. We're gonna go look for him. All right, looks like we found Michael Wan. Let's go take a look. Hey, were you the guy that just gave a speech?
Yeah, I guess.
Can we talk to you?
Sure.
All right, I'm here at the pro-Yoon rally in Buena Park with Joshua Park. He's a first-year student at UCLA, right? Oh, second-year student. Why are you here?
Well, I think obviously it's great that the older generation is here, but we're fighting for my generation and for the generations to come. So I thought it was important for myself and maybe some other people around my age to come out and fight as well.
What's the greatest threat we're facing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that communism is the greatest threat we're facing. And yeah, obviously I'm proud to be a Korean American, very pro-America, very pro-Korea. Yeah, anti-communism, yeah.
Yeah, do you have any message for your fellow Korean American Gen Zs?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know we're so caught up in our career, in our success, academics, all that. That's great, but none of it matters if the society, if the world we're living is in a place of shit, basically. So yeah, we need to come out and make a difference, not just in our lives, but for our generation and for the generations to come.
Right, and I notice there's a lot of Koreans now, even here in the United States, that are younger, and they're going towards communism. They're liking China, or they're like questioning things about North Korea. What's your view on that?
I think most of it just comes to mainstream media and just a lack of knowledge and lack of information. Obviously, the media is so dramatically skewed in one way. Yeah, and people soak up information. They just soak up and believe whatever the media says. And 99% of that is going to be opposed to what we believe. I'm a Christian, opposed to what the Bible says. But I think it's important that we come out with our own perspectives, our own beliefs, doing our own due diligence to really see what's actually going on and shape our beliefs and perspectives on that, and not just what other people tell us to believe.
Okay, and last thing, what do you think should happen to communists in this country?
Send them back.
What if they were born here, like white American communists? What should we do about them?
We gotta pray for them.
Just pray for them. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We shouldn't hit them or...
Oh yeah, violence never the answer.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, thank you, Joshua. All right. All right, as you can see, Michael Wan is over there getting interviewed by OC Mom, who we just interviewed. Should we try to talk to him? Never surrender, right? Somewhere. All right. Oh, you don't want to be on camera? Just on camera. You were just on camera. You don't want to be on camera now?
I like your hat.
Oh, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm a person that thinks that everyone should be like treated equal and stuff, and like everyone should be happy and stuff like that. And like, you know, like I drove by, I'm doing UberEats today. I saw you guys being happy and stuff like that, and I wanted to like support it. Like my family's from like Orange County and stuff like that. And like you guys are like trying to be happy. You know what I mean? Though that's what we're all trying to do.
Okay, so you were just driving around you were working UberEats, and then you saw these people like having a good time. You decided to stop by and just see what's going on and show some support.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it was. I drove past you guys. I came back here to come over and like kind of get some high fives and stuff like that. And like that was like my whole point and stuff. Where it's like, you know, like you gotta be fucking nice to people, dude. You know what I mean, though? And people are being positive and stuff like that. Like you gotta support it and stuff. You know what I mean, though?
Positivity's missing these days, huh?
Depends where you look, man. If you want diversity and stuff like that, or not diversity, want diversive like content, you can go online and find it. People like hating each other and stuff like that. But like, I don't understand what she's saying, but like we're all here being happy, I guess. You know what I mean? Though?
Yeah, you know, thanks for coming out. I hope you have a good time here. And I'm here with Suyu. It looks like the event is just ending now. You know, Suyu, thank you for coming here today. I saw you talking a lot. What's your role here today?
Oh, I'm an organizer. I'm a mobilizer.
Okay, great. And what is it like? I see you talked a lot about the CCP. Like, what is the CCP doing in Korea or even here that we need to be worried about?
Okay, well, the CCP is Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party infiltration. That is #1 agenda for President Trump. And that is so real. We have a tech war going on with China. We have territorial war going on with China. And also in Korea, I mean, there's spies all over. Starting with the President Moon Jae-in and this guy who's leading the Democratic Party, Lee Jae-myung, 더불어민주당. I mean, they are totally infiltrated by the Communist Party. And we cannot allow the Communist Party to take over Korea. That's it. They have so much ownership and they have so much stake in the Korean media. So that's what we're fighting. And the adults here, the first generation, like my parents' age, they all went through the war, the Korean War, the Japanese oppression. So, you know, this is like real for them.
Right. So considering how rich the United States is and how much media power the United States has, can't the United States do more to counter China's influence?
Absolutely. So, U.S., right? You guys all know that the USAID have found so much fraud, right? And a lot of money went into a lot of these liberal media, CNN, and just so many, right? So this media, they need to die in order for the good media and the truth to be promoted. Because people don't know what's going on. They're just wondering how come we had the fire and we couldn't control the fire? Yeah, how come we couldn't control the fire, right? So we need to really learn and be educated. What are the issues going on that affects our life? And I'm fighting because I'm from California. I don't really care about these both parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. California, right now, the Democratic Party is dying. There's no leader. The two leaders, Kamala Harris and Newsom, they just screwed up, okay? So the Democratic Party is totally dismantling, but then the Republican Party is not really strong either. So what I'm saying is people, rise up. Make both parties work for your vote, man.
All right, thank you. And we would love to have you on Ktown Social Club in Los Angeles. Yeah? Looks like Young is now being interviewed. He doesn't care what it's about as long as he can talk. Look, he's so good at it. So, it looks like the interview is about over, and Young's gonna head over here soon.
Man, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Building 7. Come on, man.
He's talking about 9/11 conspiracies now. He probably saw Loose Change. Did you see Loose Change?
Zeitgeist, man.
Zeitgeist by Peter Joseph.
Yeah.
Have you seen Zeitgeist too?
Yeah, I saw all of them actually.
Nice.
They're all shocking.
Okay.
You know what? My faith is still unshaken. God.
You have faith in God?
Yeah, of course.
Which God?
Of course. My God.
Your God is who?
From the Catholic religion, Jesus Christ and God. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. That's my God.
Okay. In nomine Patri?
Patria, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, motherfuckers!
Very Christ-like. All right, and now we're here with Jean Yi, who is volunteering here, and she's a part of this this rally. So, you know, you're younger than most of the people here, so how did you end up here?
I ended up here because I'm just really frustrated with the situation that's going on in South Korea, and that President Yoon being impeached is just not right, because like morally there are laws in Korea that need to be followed, and they can't just impeach a president because he did martial law. Like, that's not like correct. And me being a Korean American student in the US, living in the US, I just needed to know what was going on in South Korea, and to just know the facts and the correct like news that was being put out there.
Yeah, people want to learn and what's going on, but there's so much information out there. You got mainstream, you got CNN, MSNBC, you got Fox News, then you got like international, like BBC, you got CGTN, you got NHK, you have Arirang, and then even within the alternative media, you got people like Michael Won, you got like OC Mom. Like, how do you know who to follow? Like, what do you read? Like, where do you like to get your information from?
Honestly, I get it from mostly like people that know their facts and know what news they look at, what outlets they look at, and just getting things from them as well. And the news I get from them are informational, but they're also telling the truth by looking at different sources, researching on their own, and just finding out what's the truth.
All right, and that's it for us today at Orange County on Beach Boulevard. We had some interviews, some interesting interviews. Yeah, how was it, Young?
It's scary. These people scare me. I think I have like some kind of childhood trauma about like the Tegokibude. I found out like I like seeing this, and I like, you know, the expression of, you know, whatever, but I don't know. I think I want to find out a little bit more and just be me, stick to American politics for now. I just feel that, you know, like everyone's heart comes from a good place. However misinformed or whatever they believe in, it all comes from a good place. I think we got to find that medium there. That's what it is.
That's right.
You know, while we're here, why don't we check out some awesome places?
Yeah, so for the next edition of Beyond Ktown, is that what it's called? Beyond Ktown, right? This is a Ktown on the street, KTSC on the street. But for the next edition of Beyond Ktown, we're gonna check out the Source Mall in Buena Park. It's like you know, if you know Madang in Ktown, it's like way bigger than that. It's like Madang on steroids. Hey, wow, what is that car?
Go race that guy.
And here's Young in his car. Let's check out his car real quick. Excuse me, sir. I love your car. What do you do for a living?
Nothing. It's used. It's a 15-year-old car, man. How much do you think you could get it for? It costs more to fix than to buy, man.
All right. Minpe. All right, and we'll see you at the source. Watch him get into an accident.